Namaste. In this fourth episode, I have talked about Rahu in seventh house, and also I have talked about black magic and many other topics. So let's begin with this fourth episode.
You talk a lot as well about the effects of Rahu aspecting or imposition in the seventh house, maybe aspecting the seventh house. And this is something that I see a lot as well, maybe in opposition of the moon, it could be, and in seventh house in Navamsha. What are the effects of Rahu on the marital life, in married life? You have an entire chapter about this. It's very interesting. And I really love this story about the young woman that comes to your office and tells you, I want to have a husband. And then you see her chart and she has Rahu in the seventh house. And she's like, I want to have a husband, but I want to have a husband because I want to have children. I want to have a stability. And then you say, of course, she wants to have something, get something from that relationship because there's Rahu in the seventh house. And I really love that story. So having Rahu in seventh house makes us interested in ulterior motives. Is that what I understand from your chapter? Or makes us very selfish? That's what I understood from the chapter. Rahu in the seventh house.
Rahu in the seventh house is all about others. So every time the person is focused on the others, and who is the closest other in your life? It can be either your girlfriend, boyfriend, or it can be your husband or wife. So the constant focus on the other, that is your partner. The first other is your partner. That constant focus can become an obsession. So the partner may start feeling suffocated. This is one aspect. The other aspect is that because the focus is always on the other, and seventh house is connected with the opposite sex, so the person is more interested in opposite sex. So then he or she may start looking for more other suitable, love interests.
Okay.
That is why extramarital cases or being obsessed with the partner, this kind of things usually happen when Rahu in the seventh house.
Okay. Does that have the same effect when it's in the Lagna aspect in the seventh house?
Which house?
When Rahu is in the Lagna aspect in the seventh house, is kind of the same or has a different connotation?
No, then the person is concerned about myself. About my body, how do I look, whether I am fit and whether I am in shape. The whole focus is on me now. So this Rahu makes you self-centered. It's all about me. And when the Rahu is in the seventh, it's all about him or her. It's all about the other person.
Okay. I have seen a lot of Rahu in the first house, especially in Aries, athletes and people who really, devotes their time to perfect their body.
Yes.
Rahu in Aries in the first house. And I really love how you give remedies as well for this kind of effects in married life. And you say you need to let go of the expectations with your partner. Is there any other remedy for people who have Ketu Rahu in the first 7th house?
The remedy for Rahu in the 7th is, there is just this one point, that you have to see that your attachment or your obsession with your partner, you have to take that effort to reduce, to scale down this kind of attachment or this kind of too much interest in the opposite sex, because all these things finally drive you into more miseries.
Okay. In your perspective, in your opinion, is there any nakshatra that favors the results of Rahu and that turns it into a less demonic position? Any nakshatra that is more favorable?
Every nakshatra in which Rahu falls, the desire manifests through the energy of that nakshatra. So, and as now I am covering the series of Rahu in all nakshatras, so as I have been covering almost now 12 nakshatras through which Rahu has been through, I can see that through every nakshatra, Rahu manifests, that is, the desire manifests through the quality and energy of that nakshatra. So there is no as such nakshatra which is good or bad for Rahu. It is simple. Rahu has come to fulfill his desire, and that desire will be manifested through the energy and quality of that nakshatra.
Okay. Is there any nakshatra that is an indicator for you as an astrologer of, for example, black magic? Rahu in that nakshatra can give black magic.
Nakshatra is not more significant. The house placement, connection with the moon, and the placement of Rahu in the moon chart. These aspects are more important to understand whether the person is or will go into the black magic domain.
Okay. Is there any remedy for people who have been in the, let's say, in the dasha Rahu and have succumbed and have fallen into the trap of black magic, and now they look back and they're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe there was in the dasha of Rahu, and now they want to progress in life and be more spiritual. Is there any remedy that you recommend for those past actions during Rahu Dasha regarding black magic?
No, as you understand your mistake, you start, rectifying those mistakes. So just yesterday, I came across a person going through Rahu Mahadesha. So certain people told him to go to certain magicians. So he went to those magicians, but he spent a lot of money also, but there was no result. So the essence of the story is this, that when you are going through Rahu Mahadasha, you should try to control your mind, and you should not become a victim, by going to this kind of magicians or here or there, because as time passes by, as your stars change, as the transit change, slowly you will start feeling good. But what people do is that because of Rahu Mahadasha, they the fear factor works so much that they make their life more miserable than it already is.
Mm. Okay, okay.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।